One of the biggest challenges that we deal with in prospecting for new business is building trust. So you've got to understand, a lot of times you're calling a complete stranger who has never heard from you before, and it's pretty natural for even us, if we get a call from somebody we've never heard from before, to be very closed off to whatever that person is saying. So how do we break through that? And in this video, we're going to go through some tips to be able to break down those barriers and build trust as fast as possible. All right, so here it is. Now, we know that we should be prospecting for new business. We know that we should be making those calls. And a lot of times we have anxiety around it because we are calling strangers. That is perfectly normal. Now, the first 10 seconds, and I would even say maybe 5 seconds of a phone call are the most critical seconds in that entire dialogue, because the person on the other end of the line, they're trying to decide, is this person a threat? Do I know this person? Or am I comfortable with this person and I'm willing to have a conversation? If we can't get through those first 5 to 10 seconds, there is no chance of you ever getting to meet with that client or potential prospect. There's not a chance of you selling them a home. There's not a chance of you cashing a check at the end of the day. So how do we do it? We have to make people on the other end feel comfortable. And one of the biggest tools that we have for it is matching and mirroring. So matching and mirroring simply means that we are matching the tonality, we're matching the speed of the conversation, we're matching and mirroring the words that the other person says on the other end of the line to make them think that we're similar. Okay, so if somebody answers the phone and says, hello, well, we're gonna say hello back in a similar tone. And so we want to be able to match and mirror. If you're speaking with a little old lady who is speaking, let's say a little Southern, and she's like, hello, we're gonna say, hello, Judy. And she'll say, yes, who's this? Oh, this is Brad, and I was calling you from blah, 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 your brokerage name. So that is a way to be able to get through. And also, we've got to understand that there are different personality types. So if somebody is straight to the point, we have to be very direct and straight to the point. If they are talking about, they want to talk, we let them talk. And our job is to ask the right questions to get the people to talk. And we've got to understand who we're talking with on the other end of the line. Because if we're talking with somebody, again, who's direct, we want to be direct. If we're talking with somebody who's detail-oriented and they want to know about taxes and HOA dues or HOA fees, we need to then cater our questions to them. They'll ask those questions and we have to take that into line. Now, mirroring is another tip where you say back to them what they said to you. So you get somebody to open up in the conversation and they say, yes, I'm looking for a single family home, 4-bedroom, 3-bath. Okay, perfect. So you're looking for a single family home, 4-bed, 3-bath. Tell me more about that. Tell me why you need the 4 bedrooms. And so then they'll get into maybe aspects of their family, what they need from the spacing perspective. But you're repeating back to them what they said and then following that up with a question. It's a very powerful tool because what it does for the person on the other end is it helps them understand that you're listening, that you understand what their needs are, and that helps build that trust and rapport very early on in the conversation. So that is, that's a critical component to be able to go through prospecting, because initially what happens for people, agents who are making those calls, is you're so focused on the script. You're so focused on what you're going to say. And the problem there is that translates over to the person on the other end of the line, because they feel that you're just trying to sell them something. And the second they feel like you're trying to sell them something, you've lost them. You have no credibility. They, dump you in a pile of scammer. That's where you go. So by being able to acknowledge them, by matching and mirroring what their personality is, how they're coming across, repeating back to them the words that they're saying, you are sincere. Because at the end of the day, if your heart's in the right place and you're truly looking to serve somebody, you care what they're saying. It's not about you. You're not prospecting for you. You're prospecting to help them. At the end of the day, sure, that all ends up working out for you, but you got to go into it with the right mindset, and you've got to truly be there for the person on the other end. And if you're truly listening, the conversations go and they flow smoothly. If not, you're thinking about what's the next thing that I have to say, and you're just hitting all the questions that you want to make sure that you ask. Now, that being said, questions are very powerful, and being the one who's asking the questions is a way to be able to build that trust and build that rapport. So, asking the right questions, going by a script and sticking to that script is amazingly important. So, I'd love to hear from you on, how you're going to utilize these tips. So comment below, and I'd love to hear, is this something that you can implement? And if you do implement it, I'd love to hear some of your results. That's it for today. Talk soon. Go out there and help some people.